come up with the students and they'll lead us in the pledge. That's all right. Come on up in front. Come on up here. Miss Lucas.
Miss Lucas, I said Miss McConnell.
Blame it on you.
That's me. Crystal McConnell. It's the Crystal.
I was looking for McConnell.
Come on up,
I was
Miss
looking for
Lucas.
McConnell. Sit there.
I think Miss Lucas has had one of my kids for 4 or 5 straight years. And how in the world would I miss that?
I'm scratching my head. All right. Welcome y'all here tonight. And there's our flag. You can get lined up. You want to introduce who you got here tonight? We appreciate y'all coming here tonight. We've been having different schools come and lead us in the pledge, and we're very honored that y'all come and lead us tonight. So, just want to y'all away.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah, believe Miss McConnell. See this. Either one of us. Here's that picture. You all have You all get
So we'll get up there before we get behind.
I got this one back here. 1, 2, 3.
There we go.
Thank you all. Thank you
You need to crouch it. You're good.
Thank you all.
All right. Does anyone have any items to add to the agenda? No, I need a motion for approval.
I'll make that motion.
Got a motion from Mr. Sally?
See.
Got a second from Mr. Mead. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. All right, approval of minutes. Our last meeting was our regular August meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Got a motion from Mr. Housewright? Got a second from Mr. Hood. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. All right, approval of claims. Anybody got a particular questions on any bill or anything due this month? Paid on?
What is the blue? You're gonna say?
Is it on here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The, I need to look at it to see what they're
That stumped us.
I have. I'm not.
It's technology.
Thank you. That threw me off as well.
Just trying to think it might be something here with the deck with flowers out here.
It's a different kind of blue.
That's right, it's different.
Technology equipment, I'm
All
sorry.
right, thank you.
That name threw me as well.
Nobody else has a question? I'll make a motion for approval.
I'll second.
Got a motion from me, got a second from Mr. Housewright. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
You have some individuals we do need to recognize, Mr. Tim.
Okay. All right, recognition of VHSL state participants. We'll take that note.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
If you don't mind, I'm just going to stand here. I don't think any of the participants are here tonight, but we do want to recognize these individuals. These are members from RICO, both girls and boys track team, who did participate in the Virginia High School League State Championships last spring, or this past spring. These individuals competed, of course, at the district, region, as well as the state level. And in competing at the region level, they placed well enough in order to be invited to the state. And we have resolutions here to recognize these individuals, which I will present to them. For the 4x100 meter relay, we have Harley Kress, Eva Heron, Kendall Osborne, and Madison Early. They each participated in the 4x100 relay representing RICO. Also, Harley Kress participated in 100 meter, and Eva Heron participated in the 200 meter events. So if you would, let's give these young ladies a round of applause, please. Also from RICO High School, we have Abby Sloan, who, just like the 4x100 participants, qualified, participated in the district, qualified for the region, as well as making it, or doing well enough in the region to participate in the state high jump. So if you would, let's give Abby Sloan a round of applause. And then we have Alexa Goins, and through her competing at the district region, she too qualified for the state 3,200 meter race. And in fact, even though she didn't place in the state, she did set her own personal record at this event. So if you would, let's give Alexa Goins a round of applause. And RICO High School track girls team is coached by Coach Heather Peterson. Thank you, Mr. Templeton.
Thank you, Mr. Burgess. All right, we're moving right along. Public comment. Does anyone wish to address the board at this time? Thank you. And we'll move right along. I'll hand it back over to Superintendent Report, Mr. Ferguson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In your packet, we do have the first semester, first quarter allocations for each of our schools. Unless you have any particular questions in regards to these amounts, I ask your approval as presented.
I'll make that motion.
Second. Got a motion from Mr. Housewright, got a second from Mr. Sally. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Next item we have are our 2024-2025 school committees. And before I ask approval, I do need some volunteers to serve on 4 of the committees with an asterisk. First, I need a school board member to serve on the communications. I know Mr. Templeton has served last year in that capacity.
I'll still do that, unless somebody else wants to tackle it. It's a good time for me getting off of work, and that's the time school teachers get off, so anybody else is welcome to jump aboard and try it out.
Hear no response, please add Mr. Templeton to the Communications Committee. If you'll go through to the Character Education Development, that is the 4th page, excuse me, 5th page. need a representative to serve from the school board to serve on this committee. Character Education Development Committee.
I'll volunteer.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Edwards. Is there anyone else? Ms. Edwards, thank you. The next committee is on page 6, Salary, Fringe Benefits and Calendar Committee. Was that Mr. Sally? Last year. Mr. Sally served on that committee last year. Thank you, Mr. Sally. Is there anyone else? Thank you, Mr. Sally. And I noticed the last one here, even though there's an asterisk by it, if you'll turn to page 7, under Mediation Program Standard, it has Mr. Templeton's name, so do you want to
Double dipping.
double dip, or would you want to ask someone else to serve on that one?
It doesn't matter to me. I'll do it. Unless somebody else wants
I don't think we have anybody beating the doors down, Mr. Templeton. So we'll add Mr. Templeton. And with that being said, with the additions of each of the board members, I do appreciate you serving on each of these committees. I ask your approval of the 2024-25 committees, school committees as presented.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Motion from Mr. Housewright and a second from Ms. Edwards. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Next item we have is for informational purposes. This is from the Virginia School Board Association Code of Conduct for school board members. They do have this published, and I just wanted to share that if you have any particular questions in regards to this document. Next item we have is the 2024-2025 Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Program for the schools who are listed on the document that you have before you, which include Shoemaker, Duffield, Dungannon, Nicholsville, and Rycove Intermediate. These schools will receive monies for this particular program. We have had it for a number of years in the amount of $89,850. And Ms. Frazier give you a brief synopsis or explanation as to what the free fresh fruit and vegetable program provides for their students. Does anyone have any questions in regards to this topic? The next item we have is the Head Start Financial Report for July of 2024. Unless there are any particular questions in regards to this document, I ask your approval as presented.
Motion from Mr. Hood,
Second.
second from Mr. Housewright. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Next item we have is the Head Start Cost Allocation Plan Revisions of August 2024. As of August 2024, unless there's any particular questions in it regarding this document, I ask your approval as presented.
Motion from Mr. Hood. Got a second from Mr. Mead. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Next item we have is the Head Start Fiscal Year 2025 Training and Technical Assistance Plan. Unless there's any particular questions in regards to this document, I ask your approval as presented.
A motion from Mr. Hood.
I'll second.
Got a second from Ms. Edwards. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Next item we have is the Head Start organization assigned cell phones and personal device usage policy. Unless there are any questions in regards to this document, I ask your approval as presented.
I'll make that motion.
Motion from Ms. Edwards.
Second.
Second from Mr. Sally. All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Motion carried.
Next item we have is the Head Start fiscal year 2025 continuation funding application. Unless there's any particular questions in regards to this document, I ask your approval as presented.
I'll make that motion.
Motion from Mr. Housewright. Second from Mr. Hood. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Next item we have is the Head Start Director's Report for August 2024. Does anyone have any questions in regards to this document? For informational purposes. And the last item we have is the Head Start Final Rule on Supporting the Head Start Workforce and Consistent Quality Programming. Again, this document here is for informational purposes. Does anyone have any questions in regards to this document? Mr. Chairman, members of the board, that's all that I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ferguson. All right, my understanding, we need to enter into a closed meeting.
Yes, I move that we enter into closed meeting to discuss candidates for employment and the assignment and performance of teachers, coaches, bus drivers, as provided in section 2.2-3711A1 of the Code of Virginia as amended.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. We'll adjourn.